Anybody out there? Paddy's here. Hello there. That's one in the house. I'm not alone. Who's there? Heath, hello there. How are you doing, mate? You're shortly going to be joined by somebody else. You're very welcome tonight. I've got a bit of a theme to get us started with tonight. Um, One of my subs, I can't remember, maybe it was you, Heath, had asked for my bushcraft gear. So I thought I'm really good, mate. I thought I would. There's been a few people have asked me, so I thought I'll just throw all my bushcraft gear down, and as we're going through it, other people can chip in if they use their knives, if they have bushcraft knives that are separate from their collections or their whatever. So there's seven of his now, Chris. That's great. No, six. Somebody didn't like it. So this is just to start with. It's not going to be a permanent theme for tonight. It's just my bushcraft knives. So we'll go through them once we get a few more in. And how's everyone else? Have I said hi to everybody? No, there's a few I haven't said hi to. Who's that? Matt, lovely to see you. How are you? And how's we Australia this weather? Is the water still going down the different way in the tap? In the sink, I should say. My son's actually going out to Australia for a year. When's he going? October, I think it is. Him and his girlfriend. His girlfriend's sister lives out there, and they're going to go out and try it for a year just to see whether they like it or not. Heath, you're from Australia as well. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise that too. Hello, Peter. How are you? My birthday month. I love it. Well, yeah, he's my son's 33 and his girlfriend's about 21. So they're going out to see whether and if they like it. She's just finishing university this year. Um, so they're going to see what it's like for jobs and whatever while they're out there. And I think they're going to work in. Hello, Ferbs. How are you? I think they're going to work in the fields during the summer months or whatever. Apparently, it's not bad money, and they can live with their sister while they're doing it and get a wee bit of money behind them. I think they're only allowed to work for 6 months. Rusty Blade, Ashcan, how are you? And if I pronounce your name wrong, please let me know in the comments. Well, this is my bushcraft gear. Some of these I've only just got this year. Like this is a brother. This is from GearBest, and this came from GearBest with the sheath, the thing for your belt, and it is an absolute. It's a micarta handle. G10 micarta. It says micarta, but I mean it really is a lovely handle. Thin-ish for a bushcraft knife, but it's deep enough that you can get a good grip on it. But it's 440C, which is why I'd got it. And I gave this a beating when I tested it, and it was absolutely cracking. Didn't roll or anything. So I think it was about 20 quid or somewhere around that for a bushcraft. The sheath isn't brilliant, but it'll do. Do you know what I mean? Excuse me. Now, what else have I got here? What I've got here, I always said I didn't have a buck knife. Hello, Mr. J. Kulig, how are you? This is an old buck I used to have. My wife bought me this for fishing. obviously with a gut hook and whatever. But this was quite an expensive knife when my wife got it. It's an old buck knife, but it's still perfect. Like, if I bring it up to you, it has been well and truly battered, sharpened. It really has. It went through the wars, but it was a great knife and it served me really well. And it will do again because I'm about to take up fly fishing again, which I haven't done for, oh God, quite a few years now. Anybody else fly fish? Anybody else bushcraft, or is it just hello Tony, how are you? Martin, how are you doing? For those of you who've just in now, they're up to 20. This is my bushcraft here, and I'm just going through it. It was something to start the yes, I do fly fish, Tony. I used to a lot. I used to be a member of a club up in a river up in Antrim. Great river for fishing. Not particularly big fish, but there was plenty of small ones. And to be honest, size doesn't really matter. I've been telling Sally that for years. Um, but I liked the quantity. It was nice to fish there, and they came to the fly lovely. So there's a reservoir has just been converted. Somebody has taken it over, an old reservoir, and they've stocked it with trout. So it's only about half a mile from where no, it's about a mile from where I live. So I'm going to try going back to it again, hopefully very soon. Slick Slicers, hello, Eric. And Eric, I'm so bad for names. I have a very similar buck, but without the gutter. Yeah, I mean, I loved fly fishing. And it was one of those things. I used to play golf a lot too, and I woke up on a Saturday morning, decided I didn't want to play golf anymore, and fly fishing was much the same. I just decided not to do it anymore. So I really do want to get back into it, though. It's a nice, lovely reservoir up high in the hills. Outlook over Bangor is lovely. So I'm going to try that. So this is my cut them up and cook them. My fillet knife. Um, I don't even know what make it is. Blade Master. This has been used and abused too. It was a bit big. I didn't really need it because a lot of my fishing was brown trout in the rivers. It's great for rainbow trout to have a knife this size, but it wasn't very good. I wouldn't take it to the river with me. So what else have I got bushcrafty ways? I got this wee one again from Gearbest this year. This is a wee San Remu. And I know it's just a wee fixed blade, but my goodness, this is a handy wee knife. It weighs absolutely nothing. It comes in a cracking little case. I've done a review on it on the channel, and a lovely little side. You can carry it side carry. Really lovely little knife. And 8CR13, which is absolutely fine. So I'm going to try that out this year. Just a light carry. I've only gone out for a wee dander. Now, this is my pièce de resistance. And people laugh at me, but you see, when I'm going bushcrafting, I don't want to carry a big axe. I don't want to carry a big saw, although I will take a wee small folding saw with me. But I take this, and to be honest with you, if I can't cut it down and process it with this, it's not really worth having. This is a real weighty. It was a pretty good make. Um, Great handle, absorbs an awful lot of the. If you look at the spine thickness on it, it's a really good cleaver. I stole this from the kitchen. Well, this was in our motorhome. So I stole it when we got rid of the motorhome, and it stayed with me for bushcraft. So I mean, I process all my wood with this and have done for years. It's one of those ones that's been well and truly used and abused, and you baton with it. You're not worrying about it at all. So that's what I use instead of a hatchet or whatever. And it's so much easier to carry it in a bag, a day bag, even if I'm going out. And I would take the wee metal stove with me. Did you do a nice fillet like that, but not no as for carvings finished at home? Oh, that's actually small choppers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you see, when I went to that there, it made such a great difference. Because I love the wee small stoves. I have one of them wee smashing little stove that you just feed it with wood, any wood at all. Um, and I just chop the wood up with this to put it into it. So now we're getting down near the bush. Do you know what I've got? I found this. I have this to do a review on the channel, and I've sort of been putting it off. But I suppose there's a lot of people that maybe they would use this for bushcraft, or they would use it during the summer. This is a serrated. It's never been used. It's brand new. It's a lovely grip on it, and I was thinking I will do a review on it. I haven't done one yet, but maybe even for somebody who doesn't want to spend a whole lot of money, but maybe somebody who's got kids, and they want to. Oh, it's a lockback. Somebody who's got kids, this would maybe be a really great cheap option for them to do, because I don't think they cost very much, and it's a half decent wee nylon sheath. So I'll maybe do a review of that later on in the year once we get the summer. Whittling. This is what I use for whittling. This is the wee Mora crafting knife. Oh, my God, this is still going. Hello, Blade Banter. How are you? Are you keeping well? This is the wee knife that I use for whittling if I'm going to whittle. It's a great wee knife. It's just so handy. Again, it's Mora, so there's no need to explain anything with a Mora. I'm a great believer in Moras. This is a wee knife. This is the wee Opinel number 6. And I used this as my steak knife, my meat knife, when I was camping or whatever. You can see it's the carbon one. It's well patinaed. I haven't used it for a couple of years now, but it's in my knife box now. But I love this wee knife and still do. This is great for brown trout as well. Oh, now let's get that in there. Now, this is my main knife. This is the knife that I used for years. This is the Mora Robust. And this is the old type one, which, if I bring it up there, you will see this. This has had some battle scars. I baton with this. I've done everything. Couldn't break it. It's about 3.2 mil across the back, so it's a good spine. But just love it. And then I attached to my own little... I just put it... This is just a wee plastic tube, and then I wrapped the tape around it. And that's also used... The tape's also used as a fire starter or for repairs, whatever. You can use it for anything. And then I have this wee flint here, and I actually have proper flint and steel that I would try to use when I'm out. I love using flint and steel. I really do love that. So that is honestly, that knife is just I can't remember how many years old it is. I bet you taught a lot of worms how to swim. You're Dave, you're right. I stood there many a night giving worms to fish. I never fish with worms. I'm a fly fisherman, and most of the time I'd be a dry fly. I really don't even like pulling through the water. I would rather dry fly than anything. This is an absolute cracker. I'm going to do another review on this because one of my subs gave me an in-depth review of how old this was. This is from the 1940s, 1950s, and it's a Mora, but it was made before they it's got Mora. Let's see if I show you this here. It's before it was a Mora as we know it. Mora CA, and this is a boy Anderson, and my surname is Anderson. So he had given me this spiel, and I want to do a review on what he done because he went to so much time. So I'm going to do that later on in the year. I've done a review on the knife. I refurbed it. If you've seen when I got it, it was a mess. My daughter-in-law had found it in her grandfather's garage, and her grandfather had been dead quite a long time before she even found it. So I mean, I love that knife. That's a keepsake. That'll never go. That's being kept for their son, and I'll hand it down to him in good condition. Nymphs on a sinking line. Yeah, I mean, I do it. If that's what you have to do, I'll do it. But I would much rather dry fly. I would spend all day dry flying when they're picking up on nymphs, or pulling flies through the water. These gaudy looking big flies through the water. I would much rather have a fly on top of the water, and I'll go without catching fish just to fly. This is the fin wolf. This is the cold steel fin wolf, and I had it out the other day. I put a picture up on Facebook. This is a cracking bushcraft knife. It's a full Scandi grind with that triad lock. This is just such a light option to take out with you for a day, because you could take down, I mean, you could Obviously, you shouldn't baton, but with that sort of luck, I could take that with me and baton anything I need for a wee fire. Hello, Joshua from California. There's a couple of you Californians on here tonight. Um, Let me see. What was that? I missed that. You mean you don't like Dayglow Orange Fritz? No, I just do not like it. I do not like it. Or people running rats over the tops of water for pike. I'm not into all that. So, now, I hope you enjoyed my bushcraft, and I hope the fella who asked me is was here tonight, because I can't remember who it was. Now, what have I got? Do you know who was on? Big Red EDC was on last night. He done his live video, and I really wish I'd spotted it. I didn't spot it. Um, he was on last night, and I have to say I watched it this morning. What a great show he put on. He was doing about slip joints, and funny enough, during the week there, my friend Furby, who's on there as the old fool, you'll see him coming up tonight there. Furby had put me on to another channel which I went across to, I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, and it's called The Slip Joint Guy. I'll put his name down below. He's only just started, and he started obviously doing slip joints. I don't know whether he's going to go away from it or not. I haven't actually spoke to him yet. Hopefully I'll get to speak to him this week. But I'll put the name down below in the description. If you fancy, like as normal, go over, give his wee channel a look. I think he only has about 40 subs. Hello there, Bruce from Illinois. The sharp spot. Yes, so if you like to go and see him, it's called The Slip Joint Guy. I watched a couple of his videos, and I have to say, his manner already is 10 times better than mine. He really has the knack for putting the information across well. Nobody come back with a sarcastic comment there. Anybody, any questions? Because if you don't ask me questions, I'm going to tell you just how brilliant I am. Yes, Eric, his slippies were really good. I have to say, I enjoyed it last night. This I'm going to show you. If you haven't seen my Instagram, and if you're not, why not? This, I dyed these yesterday. My first go at rit dyeing. And that was a green Rat 2. This is the Rat 2 D2 in green. And I dyed it, it was, oh gosh, it's a blue, what was sapphire blue rit dye. It turned out absolutely amazing. It's the nicest PM2 now, or PM2, Rat 2 now that I've ever seen. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I also done my Manly. This is my Manly in S90V. This was like a brown camo. Absolutely amazing. Really came out well. Sorry, I missed somebody there. How's the patina on the 940? My 940? My 940 is absolutely fine. It's a well-used knife, and I continue to use it now. It's not a safe queen. It's actually, it got sharpened last week again, but it needs it again. I would use this very regular. I would have this out at least once every week, and maybe more. At night time, I would sit and play with it too. I love my 940. So, didn't that come out well? It's so easy to do. If anybody is thinking they should give it a try, you really do. You put 2 cups of water, 2 cups of water and half a bottle of the rit dye, and boil it. I boiled the water first, then add the rit dye, boiled it until it was like a simmering boil, and then just obviously took the scales off, hooked them on a wee bit of metal, dropped them into it, a minute each side, and that's the way they came out. This has come out a really lovely royal blue, and this is just because it was a camo, you can still see the brown camo that was there, but it actually looks really well. I'll have to say. So really pleased. And I'm going to do it again. I have a couple of more knives that I actually want to do in the, you know, I like my blue anyway. So, right, girls and boys, you're very quiet. Give us a question or I'll run out of stuff to say. I'm very bashful, you know that. Good evening, JCB. How are you? Did you do a video dyeing it? No, I didn't. And why did I not do a video dyeing it? I think I was going to, and I thought, well, I'll just do it once to see. Because I only stripped one knife down. I stripped the Rat 2 down to do first. And when it turned out so good, I went straight over, took the Manly apart, and the Manly's a flaming nightmare to get back together again. It really is. I've missed all these blooming colours again. Or not colours. Did you ruin the wife's saucepan? No. She gave me an old one. Nobody ever... Apparently LTK has one, but I will do one probably next weekend because I have got a couple that I want to do and I'm going to do it. It's very boring, honestly. It's so simple. It's just... That's all you do is just boil the water, stick the scales in, wash it off. It's not even messy. I didn't use gloves. There was no mess around the sink. It was so simple. But yes, I'll do one next week, Tony. It'll only be about what I'll show on video. It'll only be a couple of minutes. Your favourite Ganzo except the FH. I will show you what my favourite Ganzo... Now, I have an emotional favourite and I have a favourite as in this... I can't even remember what it's called now. This would be... What is that? It's the FB763. This, the action on this, what's this now? That is an axis. That's better than my Benchmades. It's, you pull it and it actually pulls the knife down. It's amazing. Look, that's not at some angle. This is like this. Just tilted and it pulls it down. It's absolutely, and I've done this hundreds of times. It's so good. It's the FB, I'll tell you it again. It's the, just want to double check that I've got it right. FB763. A really great buy. Beautiful in hand as well. Really nice light knife, obviously with all the scales cut away. Ganzo do an awful lot of great knives that people don't even know about. Now, here's my emotional one, and Tony will remember this one. This is the one I called my 940. This, I love this. This was, oh, I polished this. I don't know. This knife is still, I haven't used this in about 6 months. And I'm trying to show you, it's still got a mirror polish and I haven't touched it. I just used the life out of this. As in, it was my grail before I had my grail. Right, let me just see. Blade Banter, you feel off today. Forgot to take a knife with me to work. I'm on lunch. I was really considering buying one. Oh, David, I can identify with that. I've just got a new car there recently, and I've now definitely got a knife down in my car because one day I went out last week without a knife, didn't have a knife, so I've now got one in the car. I've got my wee sharpening stick in the car as well now. Love the Ganzo 940. It is just beautiful, isn't it? It's a lovely knife, really is. In fact, I have a spare one in my drawer. It's got, where is it? It's got orange scales, I think. What about a wee flash giveaway tonight? Anybody who would like my, that's on here live tonight, anybody who would like a wee, the 9, well, let me just get it out for you. We'll see if I can get it without wrecking everywhere. Now, let me just see. We'll do a wee flash giveaway. Open to anywhere in the world. But what I will say, I'm not going to send it to America just for one wee Ganzo. So I will send you... What else will I send? I'll send something else, something nice. How's that? There's one there. It's brand new, never been used at all. And it's in beautiful nick. So anybody who would like that, put in the comments, I'm in. And at the end of it tonight, I'll just do a wee draw. I'm not going to go through the whole pro. I'll just do a wee draw. Whoever gets it, I'll let you know during the week anyway. So I'm in, and then you can be in. I'll put you in the draw for that. But it's only those who are live tonight. I'll stop it before. I'll get all the names before I put the video up. So I've got that one. Yes, and I'll send you. I know it's a Fura knife, but I have a lovely one that's got titanium on it. So if you like one of them, I'll put that with it. Sleazy, there's a name. S1 Easy. That's a great name for a channel. My Ganzo springs just broke. Do you know I've never had a broken Ganzo spring? I've had two. Hello, gorgeous George. I've had two of my Benchmades that have the springs gone, but no Ganzos. And I have been using Ganzos for probably nearly 3 years now. And I mean, obviously, sitting flicking before I had any of my better knives. It was mostly Ganzos I had in my collection. No Benchmade breaks, not Ganzo. No, the Ganzos just didn't break at all. So I'm coming up to 4,000 subs. Can you believe that? Tony, I mean, you've been there from the very beginning. To get to 4,000 is just amazing. So I'm going to do I've a couple of knives put away. I'm going to do a knives, going to do a torch, going to do quite a big giveaway for 4,000. So that's coming soon. So I think I'm at 3,900 or just over it. So it'll not be long. Hopefully it'll not be long. And I'll do that. Yeah, hopefully it'll only be the next couple of weeks anyway, and I'll do it. It'll be a nice giveaway for that. I have a nice knife for it. Now, what else have I got to say? What else have I got to talk about? I told you about the slip joint guy. That's going to be in the description. Have a look for that. Jeff Jewell had a great video up today. For anybody who wants to get into hand sharpening, look, I've recommended Jeff Jewell for years now. He's such a nice man, and he's such a great help. He really did help me when I was learning. So I do keep pushing him because he's amazing. But he had a video up during the week, and if you're thinking of taking up sharpening by hand, he gives a wee in-depth run on the best stones to get started with. Now, they're not the cheap stones to get started, but and he does use them, and he does give you opinions on them. But these are stones that are of a fairly good quality for somebody who wants to progress in the sharpening. And it's just a great video. It was up last week. Go and have a look. Jeff Jewell. Really worth a watch. Jason, you see Jeff, go and watch his videos. Honestly, the man has he's the most patience of any man I know, but he just has such a lovely way with him. He says just enough for you to follow. He doesn't bombard you with information. So I really do like him. Oh, here. Now, did anybody see my new I'm just getting it out here. My new custom slippy I got from a fella in England who makes knives, and I've forgotten his blooming name now just as I speak. Absolutely gone. Help, city slickers. Or slick slicers. Eric, what do you call that fella's knives that I just got? Oh, Michael May. Gosh, Michael May. Michael May. And a few people have ordered knives off him. I was speaking to him today, and he's over the moon. Look, this is it here. If you didn't see it during the week, go back and watch the video of it. Look at that file work on the back, and it extends on up to the blade, up to here. It's just stunning. Now, Michael May hasn't been doing this a long, long time. So it's not perfect, is what I want to say. It's not perfect, but there's very little. In fact, as a knife and a working knife, there's nothing wrong with it. Lion Steel own that. That is a knife I really want to get. Got to go to church, Paddy. Ferbs, you take care of yourself. Please say one for me. Yes, there's a couple of wee things that I'll talk about, but will I buy another one? Yes, I was speaking to him today saying that I want to buy another one, and I'll do it next month. an absolutely beautiful bit of working now. That Yorkshire oak is already starting to darken and patina with my fingers because I've been handling it all week. I found to sharpen it. Come on them. Yeah, I think we all did in the woodwork shops. We'd have done all sorts of. We'd have done our what do you call them? The plane blades and all. You'd done them on a conundrum or whatever they were called. Now, have I got the right one? Have I? Not sure. If I hadn't bought a case and three rough riders, this way I may have bought a Michael May. Well, look, to be honest with you, I mean, this isn't perfect. As a knife, it's perfect. As a functioning knife, absolutely perfect. There's a couple of wee mistakes, not mistakes. There are a couple of wee ones that maybe just needed a wee bit more attention to detail, but that's all right. This man is not by any means a finished article.